FC Wonderkid Season 2, Episode 26 here. What an episode that is coming for you guys here. We're talking here about Manchester United, Arsenal, Nuno Mendes, PSG, and yes, obviously reacting to the 2 free kicks of Declan Rice that happened a couple of days ago. It's just honestly been an unreal week. So everyone that's watching, thank you for your support to watch here another video of the FC Wonderkid podcast. Like this video, it's a mega help. We're Apple Podcasts, we're also on Spotify. Links will be in the description. And yes, let's get to it. The remontada of Old Trafford. Manchester United fans, this is what I told you that was gonna happen with Ruben Amorim. Believe in the project, discipline, the tactics, and you gotta say, like, the expectations are not for Ruben Amorim to win the Europa League in his first season. Nothing was happening in the Premier League that would showcase that. But currently, Man United are unbeaten in European competitions. Yesterday, Man United became the first team ever to score 2 goals in a European competition in the 120th minutes. Ruben Amorim makes these things happen. Give him the time. Look for Ruben Amorim. This season, he's managed Sporting, Ruben Amorim, against Pep Guardiola in the Champions League, beating him 4-1. 4-1. What a result that was. And now he goes to the Premier League. He goes to Manchester United. He starts to build his structure, and a lot of people hating, a lot of pressure. Biggest club in the world. But what does Ruben do? He trusts the right players. He's developing the right way, and he trusts his tactics. Trust Ruben Amorim. And really, this is not something, and obviously I'm going to be talking about Arsenal too, with this feeling of being like a forgotten giant, but Man United. Casemiro having his masterclass, 2 assists in this game. He knew he had to step up. Man United fans, trust what's coming. Trust the change that is inevitable with Omar Berrada and Ruben Amorim. That yes, mediocrity cannot be accepted at Manchester United, and now with Ruben, it will not be. I can guarantee you that. And Maguire scoring the decisive goal. It's just poetic, and it's the right man to do it, because he's the best doing headers, as Ruben Amorim stated, and Coates would do the same at Sporting. So Ruben Amorim has found the Coates of Manchester United being Harry Maguire. And that does make sense. And I also have to talk about my fellow Portugueseman, Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is absolutely overhated, okay? The expectations that people have for Bruno Fernandes with the squad around him are just unrealistic. Bruno Fernandes is honestly one of the best players of Manchester United in these last 5 years, no doubt in my mind. Double digits in goals and assists consistently, and now next season United is going to win a big trophy. And if Manchester United is going to win a Premier League, I can guarantee you in the next 2 years it's with Ruben Amorim. Do not replace him. Do not say rubbish about Ruben, because he doesn't deserve it. And I can already see some of these players of Manchester United, like Patrick Dorgu that was signed. You all obviously had Amad Diallo before the injury. Bruno Fernandes. Højlund will improve with competition. I can guarantee you that. Ugarte. Lenny Oro that did a tackle with his head. The time is now. The change is happening now. So trust Ruben and Carrington. Carrington, Manchester United's academy, is going to be a lot better with Ruben Amorim. Shido Abi Martin, Aiden Heaven. I know they came from Haaland with Arsenal, but still, they're Man United academy players, and they're making a big difference. And I cannot forget Bendito Mantato. Okay, what a winger that is coming from in the Man United academy. Okay, he's got in the last 6 games 4 goals, 4 assists, incredibly fast in one-on-one situations, and he seems to like to score goals and assists. So that's the objectivity that Man United need. Imagine if Elanga was at Manchester United in this squad this season. He would start, no doubt in my mind. Even a Scott McTominay with Ruben Amorim, there would be a difference. So trust Ruben Amorim that now's there to make the right decisions, the right calls, and develop the Man United Carrington players, like I was saying now. And Harry Amas. So yes, people, a Manchester United realistic squad for next season. I think in goal, Onana's the first choice, but to sign for a replacement, Diogo Costa or Zion Suzuki would be better. The line of 3 defenders, I would put Lenny Yoro there. Maguire is obviously now the favorite to be the leading center back in the middle, but Dean Huijsen that would be a statement signing to convince Dean Huijsen to play for Manchester United, that it should be the case. So yes, realistic, Onana, Lenny Yoro, Dean Huijsen, come on, sign United for United. Lisandro Martinez at left center back, Maguire being the first option at the bench for the back, then double duo in the middle, Ugarte and Kobe Mainoo. I think he's going to have the big development with Ruben. And let's see Mason Mount. Mason Mount is a wild card for next season for Manchester United fans. But if Man United are going to sign a midfielder, Adam Wharton, Tijani Reinders, those would be the types of moves I think would make sense. But Ugarte and Kobe Mainoo is realistic that this will be the double pivot of Manchester United with Ruben Amorim. Frimpong, right wing back, elite signing if it were to happen. I think it's ideal in a Ruben Amorim system. Patrick Dorgu, he's proven, left hand side, give it to him. Right winger, can't forget Amad Diallo. But let's see, Ryan Cherki would be a quality signing for this Manchester United team. Striker, I think the best signing possible. Gyökeres or Victor Osimhen, between the two. And then at the left winger, I think Bruno Fernandes will be playing in one of those positions in the attacking trio. But Garnacho, be more decisive, be more objective. That's what Manchester United needs. And Manchester United fans, look! Ryan Cherki, Garnacho, Amad Diallo, those are your winger options for next season. Like, come on, that ain't too bad, okay? And Cherki, don't sleep on him. He's a French national team quality player, in my opinion. This season, we can see it. Cherki has 12 goals, 18 assists this season. He's a magician on the field. What an artist playing football, okay? So Cherki for 20 million, around 20 million, his release clause, bargain. When you sell Sancho, Anthony, Rashford for around what, more than 80 million? That is insane. So signing a player like Ryan Cherki would be a right move. So Ryan Cherki, Amad Diallo, Garnacho, another winger. Oh, that would be insane with more goals, like an Omar Marmoush that City signed. That could be good, but yes, step by step. So let's see what's going to happen. So as you can understand, maybe Dean Huijsen would be my priority signing for Manchester United. I know Liverpool wants him, Real Madrid maybe, Chelsea are on top of him, but come on, it's convincible. It should happen. Ruben Amorim with a ball-playing center back like that, and Lenny Yoro. That would be the best possible scenario. So let me know in the comments. Diomande, Tomás Araújo in the Portuguese League, Gonçalo Inácio, there's a lot of good names. And do you agree with my thoughts about Manchester United with Ruben Amorim? Because the hate has been unreal a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago, saying you said that Ruben Amorim was going to win a Premier League in the future. Yes, I did. And I will back it. I believe Ruben Amorim will in fact win a Premier League in the next 2 years, as I said in the video. Arteta, wonderful job. And I'm going to talk about that soon in the episode 26. But Ruben Amorim, Arteta, that's the rivalry that we're going to see in the next 2-3 years in the Premier League. And I'm ready. I'm ready to watch it. Ruben Amorim's going to win, though. Portuguese bias, baby. And now reacting to Arsenal, you know, the feeling I had, and it's a fact, it's for these Arsenal players and for Mikel Arteta, this was their biggest games in their careers. Both games with Real Madrid. And you could see it with Bukayo Saka, with Miles Skelly, with Saliba, with David Raya. You could see that passion, that wanting to grab the moment. Declan Rice stepping up to Jude Bellingham and saying, yes, Jude, obviously you're a starter for our national team, but I'm also a starter, Declan Rice. With these statement signings, he had never scored a free kick in his career, and he scores back-to-back free kicks against the most iconic team ever in Champions League history, Real Madrid. That's mad. Declan Rice, world class. World class! And an interesting stat, it's mind-blowing for me. It's Arsenal have never lost to Real Madrid in 4 matches. So it's 4 games, 0 losses at Arsenal currently against Real Madrid. So let's see. I think in the next few years, we're going to see something from Real Madrid. And yeah, Carlo Ancelotti, already a lot of news saying that Carlo Ancelotti ain't staying after May. Because yes, Copa del Rey final I think is in the late April. And when that happens, people are already saying that Carlo Ancelotti is gone. But continuing on the positive with Arsenal. Arteta deserves big praise for this Arsenal win. Yes, I mentioned the passion, the mentality of the players. Haaland which has found solutions to beat a team like Real Madrid with Luis Skelly, and there's no top striker still. Which is factual. And Gabriel was injured, so no Gabriel, which is one of the best center backs in football. Saliba steps up. Kiwiar, I gotta give respect to him too, playing against Real Madrid. So what a team this Arsenal team has. And look, by beating Real Madrid in both matches, Arsenal fans, I'm sorry, Mikel Arteta can win the Premier League, no doubt in my mind, okay, with what I'm seeing. What he's developed in the last 5 years with Arsenal is pretty insane for what Arsenal had with the big issues, the salary structure. But now, next season is no more excuses, and I think Arteta agrees with that. Arteta expects next season to win that Premier League. Arne Slot arrived in the Premier League in his first season with Liverpool, which does have a Premier League winning caliber team. He won it. Arteta next season with the striker, with the left winger. Those are the expectations. And in this video, I will be saying the 11 that I would like to see for Arsenal. But let me know if you agree with what I'm saying. And another thing too, the Haaland development of the Arsenal Academy, and obviously the performance on the pitch, getting second place 3 years in a row in the Premier League, it's going to have consequences. The high intensity of trainings of the main team when the academy players are also joining. The culture of the Arsenal team is changing with Mikel Arteta. So Haaland improving with Ethan Nwaneri, Luis Skelly, Bukayo Saka being 3 clear players that we can expect to see for Arsenal in the next 5 to 10 years, and the ones that they sell at a really good price, like Emil Smith-Rowe at 30 million, Eddie Nketiah for 30 million, Balogun sold for 30 million to Monaco. You need to do these types of sales in order to sign better players, and this is quality management from the top at Arsenal. And you need Mikel Arteta to be doing the great job of these training sessions, the expectations, changing the culture in order to happen. So that's what I really wanted to say. So the Arsenal team that I expect to see for next season, I think the defense stays the same with Raya, Luis Skelly, that is honestly one of the best left backs in football at the age of 18. That's insane. The confidence, the audacity he has in some moments. It's insane against Mbappe, Jude, Vini. We saw just stats. Saliba, Gabriel, and Julian Timber at right back. That honestly is also an underrated player. Julian Timber. He should be talked a lot more. But Arsenal could go to the market to sign another center back. That can happen, but I can't see a Dean Huijsen going to Arsenal and expecting to be a bench player. I think that's the wrong decision. And let's not forget Calafiori, that can play center back and left back, which is quality. Then in midfield for Arsenal, I think Zubimendi would be a quality signing. I see a lot of news about that. Martin Huijlman, I hope he stays in Portugal, but honestly, who knows? Martin Huijlman knows that he would be one of the best possible signings that Arsenal can get, but please keep Martin Huijlman at Sporting. Gyökeres is leaving Sporting. Martin Huijlman leaving the Portuguese league too. I don't want to see that happen for our Portuguese football. Then I think Martin Odegaard and obviously Ethan Nwaneri are the two options at the 10. And that's going to be great to watch. Even if both can play together, that can happen. Merino, obviously quality player off the bench. And then the attack, I think Nico Williams at left winger. That would be the best possible signing for Arsenal. Striker, Victor Gyökeres, Alexander Isak. Look, guys, I think it's unrealistic for the price tag. It's going to be more than 100 million. And I see a lot of Arsenal fans judging Victor Gyökeres, saying this, that, he doesn't fit our style of play. He's not good enough. He's this, he's that. Arsenal fans, Victor Gyökeres has the winning mentality. Victor Gyökeres, when he leaves a game without scoring, he ain't sleeping well. That's the type of player. He's focused on winning. Mamba mentality, Victor Gyökeres. And that would align with the culture that Mikel Arteta wants to set at Arsenal. And a striker has to be the first defender in the best teams in the world. He cannot stop. And Victor Gyökeres never stops. I see a lot of games live, Sporting Benfica in Portugal, and Gyökeres, every game I've watched, he's always ran until the 90th minute. One of the best physiques I've ever seen in Portugal, playing stamina for days. So Arsenal fans that judge Gyökeres and have the audacity to say, oh, he's not too good, If you can sign Isaac for more than 100 million, I understand. do so. But Gyökeres for 70 to 80 million, that is reasonable, and he's the best Sporting player I've ever seen in my life. Bruno Fernandes is also in the top tier of Sporting players I've seen, but Gyökeres, no doubt, the best. So Arsenal fans, Nico Williams, Gyökeres, Bukayo Saka, you can win a Premier League and a Champions League in the same season, mate. Because Gyökeres, if he's injured, he's really injured. He doesn't miss games. Bukayo Saka, he's still developing. He's under 25. Then you have a Saliba. You have Julian Timber. Julian Timber is younger than Saliba. Trust the future. Trust the process. Times are changing now at Arsenal. So, sorry Arsenal fans if I was a big critic in the last 2 to 3 years, but it's just I want to see a striker in this Arsenal team. I want to see Arsenal fans finally being so happy to win a Champions League one day. Because yes, you're in the Final Four and you've never won the Champions League. That's insane. Just like PSG. Just like PSG. So, do you agree with my Arsenal lineup? Let me know down below. And yeah, this is being an eventful podcast, episode 26. I know I'm by myself, but I can promise you a lot more people are going to come in the future. And it's going to be very, very exciting. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, obviously. Like this video is always a big help. And yes, Champions League football, I'm going to talk a lot more next week. But just want to give you a hint. Just want to give you a hint here at the end. Barcelona are obviously the favorites, people, okay? I must say that. I must say that. PSG Barcelona. For Dembele, it's destiny that's the final, okay? I made a promise here in a Portuguese podcast that if PSG wins the Champions League, I'll go bold. I'll go bold. I made that promise. And Nuno Mendes, Vitinha, Gonçalo Ramos, João Neves, make me go bold. Make me go bold. I'll be happy, okay, if I had to go bold. But realistic, I think Barcelona are going to win the Champions League because Lamine Yamal is the best 17-year-old I've ever seen. Lewandowski, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal is the best attacker in the world. Then you have Pedri, the best midfielder in the world. Inigo Martinez and Pau Cubarsí is an underrated center-back duo. They should be mentioned a lot more. How much did they cost? I'm sorry, to Barca. Inigo Martinez and Pau Cubarsí. Free transfer and an academy player. Elite what Hansi Flick has done for this team. And look at the offside. The teams that have been caught offside against this Barca team. It's because of Pau Cubarsí and Inigo Martinez. But I said it. I will go bold. Actually go bold if PSG wins the Champions League. And my friends that watch FC Wonderkid, Nuno Mendes is the best left back in the world of football now. FC Wonderkid podcast. In our first episode, we mentioned that Nuno Mendes would become this. So, obrigado. Obrigado, João Neves, Vitinha, e agora Nuno Mendes, porque sim, Nuno Mendes will be the legend of PSG in 10, 15 years' time. He played with Mbappe, he played with Messi, he played with Neymar. Nuno Mendes is now playing with Fischer Kvaratskhelia, Desiré Doué, that is the favorite to win the Golden Boy. Nuno Mendes was the one to take the Ballon d'Or from Mo Salah. And we told you guys that Nuno Mendes was going to do just that. His biggest enemy is the injuries. Because no injuries, Nuno Mendes, as we can see, as we said, as we expected, is the best left back in the world of football. I had to say this. So yes, thank you everyone. Smash the like button is a huge help here for the FC Wonderkid podcast that is fully going to YouTube, and we're going to put bits of the best moments. So thank you everyone for the support. A like goes a long way, and 5 stars on Spotify, just like I mentioned a couple of times in the podcast. Link will be in the description, and go bold people. Thank you for watching until now.